Hello everyone, buonasera a tutti, good evening. I'm sorry for the delay, maybe I'm a bit late, I don't know, hopefully not. So, I'm Federico, for those of you who don't know me yet. Um, I made another video previously, so for those who don't know me,
Hello, everyone.
that's me. I'm an English teacher here at For You Language Learning, For You Language School, and what we will be talking about today is football or soccer. So there are a couple of ways of calling it, but we will get there. So first of all, as a icebreaker, I would like to start off by answering the questions that you have already answered. So during the last week or 10 days, I think, something like that, no more than 10 days, uh, you've seen on our Facebook or Instagram page that we posted some questions for you. So I think there were three of them. So the first one was, when was the first World Cup played? And the second one was, how old was the oldest player to score in a World Cup? And the third one was, how many teams participated in the first World Cup? So if you have any guess, because you didn't answer, you didn't have the time to answer the questions, you can do it now, no problem. So you go in the comments section, which you should see like underneath my face maybe, or besides my face, I don't know. And you can comment, you can add a comment and say, when was the first World Cup played? How old was the oldest player to score in a World Cup? And how many teams participated in the first World Cup? So I'll start by answering the first question. Uh, I'll put it up on the screen. So the first World Cup was played in 1930. So it's a pretty long time ago, uh, especially if you consider that most teams were born in, I don't know, early 1900s, maybe. Yeah, the beginning of the century. Some even at the end of the 19th century. Yeah, 19th. So, so yeah, that's the answer to our first question. So, yeah, I hope you guys got the right answer. In case you didn't, that's no big deal. Don't worry about that. So, and then we have the second question. So, how old was the oldest player to score in a World Cup? Well, he was 42 years old. I mean, at least I think there was a he. So, well, in case there was a she, I apologize. But yeah, they were 42 years old. That's pretty, again, I'm not going to say old, but for a football player, I think that's pretty, pretty good age. And so, what do we have here? Our third question, how many teams participated in the first World Cup? So it's actually 13 teams. It's not a great number considering how many teams participate nowadays. I think, well, I'm not sure, but it must be over 20 teams. So yeah, we started with a small number, and yeah, we come a long way. Yeah, I see some people have already started saying that he was pretty young, and okay, yeah, he was young. I didn't say he was old, but he was older than most of the football players. So yeah, not saying he's old or he was old. He was pretty old for a football player. So yeah, no offense to anyone over 32 years old. Just that. And so the next thing I would like to discuss with you uh, is some terms that we use in football when we talk about football. So I'll I'll use a presentation that we as a team prepared. So let me see if I can put it up the screen. Might not work. Hopefully it does. So I have my presentation here. Okay. Okay, I guess you should be able to see my presentation right now. Okay, let me see if you can see my presentation. Let me. Does the presentation work? Could you tell me by saying yes or thumbs up or yes? Okay, it's working. Thank you, Alice. Okay, awesome. So we can get started with our, I don't know, I might call it lesson, although it is not a lesson. So I will be asking you some questions. So feel free to answer. Don't worry about making mistakes. It's totally fine. Nobody will judge you. So, yeah, let's see what we have. So, what do you call this? I know for those of you who are Italian native speakers, we call it stadio. So, what do we call it in English? I wait a few seconds to see if we have some ideas. So please write a comment and let's see what we have. So remember, this is a stadio in Italian. I can give you a piece of advice. It's not very different from the Italian name, so shouldn't be very hard for you to guess. Or if you know, you don't have to guess. So I see that nobody wants to kick off another football term. So I guess that's me. So this is a stadium. So as I said, it's not very different from the Italian one. So stadio Italian, stadium in English. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I see someone has okay, someone shared a comment with us, stadium. Very good. Very good. Nice guess. So this is a stadium where football matches are played. They are played in stadiums. Okay, very good. And what do we call this one? This this uh, the place where the football match takes place. So I give you a few seconds to guess, and I hope there will be more comments on this one because there are two names actually that you can choose. So yeah, one yeah, they are a bit different, but there are two names for this particular square, let's say. So I'll tell you maybe the first one, but then you have to guess the second one. So the first one is pitch, Pitch. So and the second one is I don't know. You should know. Uh, okay, let me see the comments, what we have here. So, okay, field, thank you. I can see your name, but yes, field. So we have pitch and field. Okay, so you can use both terms to indicate the place where a football match takes place. So a football field or a football pitch. So yeah. Next, next one should be much easier to guess. So we have 11 players. They play football. They are footballers or football players. So what do we call when they are together? So we call it. Mm-mm, I don't want to say more than this. So try to guess. What do we call a? For example, when you say, "Oh, Bologna is my favorite," mm-mm, it's two words, not only one, but two words. So the first one, as you can imagine, is okay, team. I see team. That is two words. So okay, team is the second word. Uh, you need another word before team. So we are talking about sport. So which sport is this? And the word for that sport goes prior to team. So no one wants to guess. So football team, very good, very good. So we have our football team. So a football player belongs to a football team, belongs in a football team. So yeah, all the football players together, they form a football team. Next one, what do we call this one? I think I've already said that earlier on, so it should be much easier for you to guess this one. Uh, so we're watching it on TV, or you might also watch it in a stadium. So I don't know. Uh, which one do you prefer? I mean, for those of you who are really into football, uh, do you prefer going to a stadium, or you prefer staying home on your couch, on your sofa, and chilling, watching watching this thing that I'm talking about right now? So yeah, if you want to share your opinions, like pros and cons of going to the stadium or staying at home, just to have a small conversation. So if you want to share your thoughts, that'd be awesome. Okay, we have two people in the TV team. So yeah, with popcorns. I'm not sure if we eat popcorns during sports. It's more for a cinema, but I'm not sure about that, and I'm not the right person to ask to maybe. So, but yeah, TV is a good way to watch it. Uh, you don't get soaked when it rains, and you don't get burnt when the sun burns, and yeah, you're comfortable. You don't have to drive and things like that. So exciting in a stadium, but I like to move around. Eat. Yeah, okay, okay. No, that's fair. That's a fair point of view. I I agree with that. I mean, yeah. So this is a football match. I mentioned this word earlier, and yeah. So we eat nachos, hot dogs, and pizza. I mean, all kind of things, but maybe not popcorns. Yeah, as I said. So thank you for sharing your thoughts, Linda and Alice. Okay, so here there is nothing to guess. We just have like a football team just prior to a game, and we can see the names of the different positions that a football player can cover. So starting from the back, we have the goalkeeper, the right back, the central defender, two central defenders, sorry, left back. Then we have the right winger, the midfielders, sorry, because there are two of them, and the left winger. And then we might have one striker or two strikers. For those of you who are into football, uh, there are different schemes that a football coach can adapt to his team, to their team. Sorry. So you might end up having one striker, two strikers, three strikers, even four strikers. I think. Not sure about that, but yeah. So I see that soccer also. I promised to discuss it, so I think this is the time. Um, so we call it soccer in the United States, and football mainly like in the UK or Ireland. I mean, in Europe, basically. And there is a reason for that because I don't know if any of you has ever had the chance like to talk about football or soccer with an American person. Well, this person, if you say, "Oh, I like football" or "I play football," this person will think, "Okay, you're talking about American football," because in the US, when you say football, uh, people think of American football, while in Europe, when you say football, you think of football calcio, so the one that we're talking about now. So in the US, in order not to get confused or in order to avoid misunderstandings, they call it soccer. Soccer. And just for you to know, soccer or football is not very popular in the US as it is in Europe. So yeah, that's the reason why we can call it soccer or football, the way you prefer, actually. So now we have a quiz for you. So you see there is a picture. I think it's pretty clear. Uh, it's a pretty clear picture. You should understand what we're talking about. And you have a multiple choice question. So you should decide whether the answer is A, shin guards, B, ankle, A, C, or C, penalty. So what is in the picture? A, B, or C? I'll give you a few seconds to think about the answer, and please write the answer, type the answer in the comments so that we can see how we're doing. Yes, thank you, Alice. In Italian, they're called parastinchi. So you put them in the lower part of your leg, and they're used to protect you against kicks or anything that would hurt you in your leg. So we have two letter A. Okay, thank you. Okay. Someone loves football. Thank you. Three letter A. Very good. Very good. So I think we're going for letter A, shin guards. And yes, that's correct. So we call them shin guards in English and parastinchi in Italian. As I said, they protect you against any type of violent contact that you might happen to uh, to receive during a football game. They're pretty useful if you don't want to get hurt, and I think nobody wants to. So, okay, we are also learning some Italian. That's awesome. Thank you, Linda, for sharing your your new word. And we have another word which should be much easier for you. So again, you should type in the comments what you see in the picture. Is that A, socks? Is that B, gloves? Or is that C, shoes? So either A, B, or C. So these are used to protect hands, the goalkeeper's hands, from the ball, because football players, they are very powerful, and when they kick a ball, it is very fast. So if goalkeepers didn't use these kind of protections, they would have their hands hurt every time. they hit a ball. So they are very, very, very important to a goalkeeper. Okay, so I think we agree on that. So it's letter B, gloves, because A, socks. You wear them on your on your feet, and shoes as well. So very good, very good. You're doing very well. So even this one shouldn't be very hard. You just have to decide whether it is card, ticket, or paper. The one that the referee is the person who is in the middle of the field or the pitch, running and making sure that the game flows like without without anyone anyone breaking the rules. So is it a yellow card or a red card? Is it a yellow ticket or a red ticket? Is it a yellow paper or a red paper? So usually the yellow one is used for minor infractions. So it's kind of a warning. So the referee is telling the player, look, you did something wrong, so I give you a second chance, but if you do something wrong again, I will give you a red card, which means you are out of the game. And not only you are out of the game, but also you're out of the game for at least a couple of days, so a couple of weeks, depending on how serious is what you did. And so I see that we have three letter A. So yes, it is yellow card or red card. So they're, I mean, they shouldn't be very used in football, but I mean, they are. And okay, so we have our next picture, which is score. Score. So, in football, we might have the same score. So there doesn't have to be a winner and a loser, obviously. So when they score the same amount of goals, what do we call it? We call it A, same, B, a 0-0, like in Italian, most of the times we say o 0-0, or we call it C, a draw or a tie. So A, B, or C again. So when no one scores, or they could also score like 3 goals each, or 2, or 1, or even 4, maybe sometimes. So what do we call it? A, B, or C? I think this could be a bit more difficult to guess. So, but don't be afraid, just go for it. Okay, we have a C. Thank you. We have a B. Okay, okay, okay. This time we don't have a homogeneous set of answers. Okay, we have 3 C's and 1 B. Okay, we see in the USA a tie. Okay. Okay, so thank you. Another C. Okay, so I'm sorry for the letter B, but we call it a draw or a tie. So as you see, as Linda pointed out, in the USA, they call it a tie, while most probably in Europe, or like I said, in the UK or in Ireland, they might as well call it a draw. So you can choose either of the two when you want to describe a situation in which there is no winner and no loser. This is, again, a draw or a tie. Okay, so now we have some questions, and the answers must be written, possibly. I mean, not possibly because I cannot talk to you, so they have to be written. So what's the past simple of win, of the verb to win? So you should know at this point what the past simple is. So the past simple, as the name says, we are describing a past action. So something that happened in the past. So, and win, the verb to win means to, okay. So the verb to win means to, uh, like to have played better than another team. So if your team has played better than the other team, most probably mm, they win. But I'm not going to tell you the past of the verb because you should say it. Okay, we have 3, 1, 1, 1. Okay, great. 1 again. Very good. Very good. So yeah, for those of you who answered my question, that's 1. So we have win, which is the infinitive of the verb. Thank you. Another one, which is the infinitive of the verb, and is also the simple present, which becomes wins in the third person singular, and it becomes 1 when it's used in a past simple sentence, and also its past participle is win one. Sorry. So it's win 1 1. So yeah, one. Well, it's not really the same sound of one because one, the number one, we say one, as you said now, while win, so WON, is one. So it's not really the same. It's kind of similar, but the vowel in the middle of the sound is different. So, but yeah, thank you for sharing your thought. It's important for that you open a discussion, like because so that we can clear doubts. So if you have a doubt, that's the right moment to ask. So let's go on. So this is a very personal question. So who is your favorite football player? So there is no football here, but who is your favorite player, football player or soccer player? Uh, if you have one, please share it with us. I personally do not have one because I like football, but yeah, I'm not really into it so that I have a favorite football player. So yeah, share your thoughts. Who is your favorite football player? Um, yeah, if you'd like to tell us why they are your favorite football player, that'd be even better. But if you just want to write the name or the surname, that's fine. Okay, we have a Messi. Okay. Roberto Baggio, like player and like person. Okay, yeah, someone Italian. And what else do we have? I bet someone will come up with Cristiano Ronaldo at some point. Or Luca Toni. Okay, yeah, he's like very close to us. He lives a few kilometers away from our school. Okay, so we have a discussion over this matter. So someone says Messi, someone says no. So wow, thank you. And if you want to share other names, Manuel Neuer. Okay, we have a German player, and very good. He's a goalkeeper actually. And okay, well, no Cristiano Ronaldo. That's surprising, but who knows? Doesn't matter. So another question concerning the language itself. So what's the opposite of fast? So the opposite is the opposite meaning of fast. So fast, a synonym is quick, but an opposite is so slow. Okay, we have a slow. Thank you. So we have a person saying that the opposite of fast is slow. Oh, okay, and we have another football player, Luka Modric. I think he is Croatian. Yeah, I might be wrong, but I think he is Croatian. So he's also a very good player. I think he also won the Golden Ball 2 years ago. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I might be saying something very wrong. Uh, yeah. So thank you, Linda. How I run. So if you run fast, for example, Usain Bolt runs pretty fast, I would say. So what's the opposite? Someone who doesn't run as fast as he does, that person is, okay, many of you said slow. I can tell you that this is the right answer. So slow means that you are running. Probably you're not even running. So we could say that walking is slower than running. If you walk, you will be slower. Okay. And so let's move on. So I mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo earlier. Uh, Now, this is a bit of a description for those of you who know who he is. So, what does Cristiano Ronaldo look like? Just in a few words, a few adjectives. So, I don't know, tall. I don't know. What does he look like to you? Uh, just share some adjectives that you would like to use to describe Cristiano Ronaldo. Only good adjectives. Don't. If you don't like Juventus, don't be harsh on them. Okay, so just positive adjectives or neutral ones. Let's not be offensive. Okay, he looks fit. Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. I bet he is fit. Uh, yeah, and so fit means that he's in shape. So he keeps training and things like that. So he's fit. Okay, any other adjective that we can use to describe Cristiano Ronaldo? We could even say, uh, I don't know, maybe, as I said, tall or young. He looks young because I think he is young. He must be in his 30s, I think, I guess. Not sure about that. And he probably looks rich. He is, I think, recently he's become the first football player ever uh, to become billionaire, if I'm not wrong. So he's also pretty rich and or wealthy, we could say. So okay, I see that this question is a bit more difficult to answer. So well, thank you, Alicia, for sharing your adjective to describe Cristiano Ronaldo. We just move on to the next one, which is a different kind of exercise, let's say. So it's the other way around. So we have to, so in the previous exercises, we had to answer a question. This time we have to create a question which could fit the answer that we have provided here. So before we start, I see that Linda says he has dark brown dark brown or black hair. Yeah, I'm not sure either whether they are black or brown. Curly hair, not sure about that either. But yeah, those are good adjectives. Uh, so yeah, they're also good. So if I said I support Milan, or Milan, if you want to call it this way, um, what would be the answer, the question to this answer? So, what would you ask me if I answered like this? So, I support Milan or Milan. So, what would the question be? Probably about a team you like, but what question could we ask? Okay, we have a which team do you support? I'd go for that too. So, yeah, most of the times we go for which team do you support? That's a good one. Or we could as well say, well, let's wait a couple of seconds. If someone comes up with another explanation or another question, because from now on, the next few exercises, they might not have a one single question. So, which team do you support? That's a good one. Or yes, exactly. We could also say, which is your favorite team? So yeah, that's good. Or what's your favorite team? So yeah, we can use either of them. Or yeah, do you support any team? That's also a good one. We are not going specifically for a specific team, but we're saying, is there any team you support? Do you support any team? And I say, oh yeah, actually I support Milan or Milan. So yeah, that was a good answer. A good question to the answer. Moving on, we have okay. This one should be much easier. So I say Lionel Messi was born in Argentina. So what is the question, or what are the questions that we might ask to receive this answer? Lionel Messi was born in Argentina. So Lionel Messi was born in Argentina. We're talking about the birthplace of a person. So what could we ask? Okay, yeah, where was Messi or where was Lionel Messi born? Very good. Very good. There might be another one, much less common. Okay, so where Lionel Messi was born, remember that after a question like where or what or was, um, we have to have our verb. So where was Lionel Messi born? Like Alice wrote, where was Messi born? So the question is good. You just have to um, check your word order in order to make it correct. But thank you for sharing your question with us. I would say that we could also ask, which sounds more formal and probably odd. Uh, yeah, we have the same question again. Very good. We could say, uh, what is or what was Lionel Messi's birthplace? Sounds a bit odd. Uh, I wouldn't probably use it in during everyday conversation, but it works. It works out pretty well. Uh, we understand what we are talking about. So yeah, I think that can work as well. And we have another question. Okay, there is a wide range of questions that we could ask here. So the answer is just FC Barcelona. So what could the questions be? So what could we ask in order to get FC Barcelona as an answer? So just FC Barcelona. FC stays for football club, and Barcelona, Barcelona the city. So this is our answer, and we need a question to this answer. What could it be? So, for example, what's Barcelona's full name? Or I don't know, for some of you might be also what's the best team in Spain? Or what's your favorite team? Yeah, that could work. What's your favorite team? Or it's FC Barcelona, could be. Or I'm not sure about this one, but for example, who won the last Spanish championship? And you could say FC Barcelona, although I'm not sure whether uh, Barcelona actually won or not. Uh, good. That's another one. In which team does Lionel Messi play? Yeah, and the answer would be FC Barcelona. Or also, yeah, do you know any Spanish football team? Yes. So the answer would be yes, I know, or just FC Barcelona. That's the football team you know. That's great. So yeah, do you know any Spanish team? Again, so yeah, FC Barcelona. So as you see here, you have a wide range of questions that you might ask. So probably many of the questions you might have in your mind, they could fit here. So very good, very well done. Okay, this one is a tricky one. So I'm left-footed. So first of all, I would like someone to answer my question. So what does it mean, this answer? So I'm left-footed. So what does it mean? I give you a piece of advice. We could also say I'm right-footed. So what does it mean? Any idea? Any guess? So we're talking about football player. So this this sentence might be used by a football player or anyone who plays football, actually, and they could say, "Oh, I'm left-footed," or "I'm right-footed." So what does it mean? Okay, so we already have a question. So what's your favorite foot to kick? Okay. Uh, yeah, it could. Okay, could work. Foot to kick. Okay, that's a pretty good question. So yeah, or what's your favorite food when you kick? Probably be better. And you're right with the left hand. Okay, so it's kind of the same. When you are left-handed, it means that you use your left hand. When you are left-footed, you use your left foot. It's your, let's say, dominant foot. So, but I'm not sure whether being left-handed uh, makes you left-footed. I'm not very sure about that. or vice versa, if being right-handed makes you right-footed. I don't know, but yeah, it's the same. It's kind of the same. If you are left-handed, you write with your left hand. If you are left-footed, you kick with your left foot, or yeah, you do things with your left foot. So we already have a question. We could add another one. For example, which is your dominant foot? We could say, because we call it dominant foot, either the left one or the right one. And so, yeah, and someone can answer in any way they feel like. So either left-footed or right-footed. So this would be pretty much it. So if you have any questions, you might want to ask. I know it was it wasn't a lot. So I think it was fun. I know it's late. It's 9:15. Yeah, it's 17 past 9. So it's pretty late. Many of you have been working today. So yeah. So thank you for your attention. If you have questions, I keep streaming for some time. And so yeah, or if you have comments, you could also tell me how the live stream was awful. Oh yeah, do I have a favorite team? Yes, I do. My favorite team is Bologna Football Club. So yeah, it's not a really maybe famous team, but we hang on. So yeah, we don't win championships or tournaments or competitions, but we are there. So yeah, I like Bologna. And yeah, I forgot to mention that. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I would like to thank all of you for the attention, and I hope you enjoyed the time spent here. A bit more than half an hour, 40 minutes. So yeah, now you know something more about football. And okay. Oh, Linda likes their coach. Yeah, I think Mihailovic is a very good coach, and he also has particular story, personal story. He has gone through a lot lately. So yeah, I think he's also a good person and a good football player and a good coach. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens from now on with the championship and things like that. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening. Have a nice evening. Good night for those of you who are going to bed now. I don't know if you are going now, but in case you did, well, thank you very much again. And yeah, we'll be waiting for another video on another topic as soon as possible. Bye bye.